with CJ, with CJ, with CJ. Coolin' with CJ, with CJ, with CJ. We coolin' with CJ, with CJ, with CJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Coolin' with CJ. We have a special guest in the studio, international songwriter and singer, Miss SHAB. How are you doing today, SHAB?
I'm amazing. Thank you so mumuch for having me. Happy Friday.
No problem. Same to you. Happy Friday. Yes. So glad the weekend is about to come up. I'm ready.
Amen.
Yep. All right. All right, SHAB. So before we get into the success of your ongoing career musically, let's talk about from the beginning. So you actually was a refugee from Iran, one of 13 children from your father who passed away when you were 6 months old. So just talk about at that age of 8, you decided to go to Germany. What was that process like?
So it wasn't easy. It was just something my family, we knew that it's not a good place to be. So we were just trying to figure out where we can go. And I was actually in Ankara for a year before I waited for my paperwork from Germany. It took that long for it to come. So we thought it's going to be 3 months, and 3 months turned into 4 and then a year. And thank God the paperwork came. And, but the process basically is, it's very hard. It's very hard to start over, and especially immigrating as a refugee to another country. But was really grateful that this opportunity came, and my family, we all knew that we didn't want to stay there, and the way the regime was treating people, and we wanted a new life for us. And hopefully, once we got here, we can help our brothers and sisters, and talk about what's happening and bring awareness to others, so we can really help those folks out there. And but yeah, it was an interesting process. I didn't see my mom for 5 years of my life. My sister was my guardian. So I was in Germany for almost 5 years, and my brothers and sisters had just left. They came to US, and so I was like the last one left behind. And by the time I got to Germany, they already had left, so I missed them again. So then I was alone again, which was interesting because I was always used to being with a big family, and here I am by myself. And I had to learn to do a lot of things on my own, and I grew up, let's just say, really fast. And and I learned the language. I was basically acting like an adult, taking myself to school, and because the transportation there is just so amazing. And every like 2 minutes there's a train coming through, and I was very independent at a very young age, taking myself to my tennis lessons. And it's like I want to do all these things, and I can just do it myself. I don't need here in America, you need like your parent to take you, drive you everywhere. But there, because of the transportation, it made it so easy and it's so safe. I'm really grateful to Germany. I would say my beloved Deutschland, Germany, because they were the first country that took me as a refugee. And of course, America, my beloved America. And so what happened is I was there and waited for my paperwork again. It's always the waiting game. And so finally came in, and I got a ticket, went to John F. Kennedy, and I literally had one suitcase. It was my little tiny carry-on with a tiny little umbrella. My whole life of 14 years was whatever I had was in there, and I was just excited just to be with my family. I didn't care about material. I just wanted my mom's hug again for the first time after 5 years, and my brothers and sisters. So went to John F. Kennedy, came out. I had these 2 6'7" Asians they took me to the immigration, and I had to do the fingerprint, and they literally half an hour later, I had my green card in my hand. I was very blessed, and they put me back on a plane to Baltimore, and I was reunited with my family again. And so I basically grew up most of my life in Baltimore and DC area. And they say when you make it in New York, you've made it. I'm like, no, Baltimore is a very tough place, and I can't wait to one day do some good things for that place, because we sure do need it. It's a lot of, I feel really bad for those kids, and I've been to the inner city and stuff. It just breaks my heart. So
Yeah, that's good because I'm actually from Maryland. Yeah, I'm from PG. I'm from Prince George's County.
Oh yeah, that's not far at all. We used to go to DC all the time clubbing.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
You want to go clubbing, you got to go to DC. Yeah, it's not a lot of sense in Baltimore. It is Baltimore, but DC was a spot to go party and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's cool that, I went to school in Morgan State University. Yeah, so
Oh wow, okay. I had a lot of friends from there. Actually, one of my gal friends, her name is Nas Tokyo. She also has written a lot of songs in my new album, which is coming up. It's called One Suitcase, and it's released 2025. She was also raised in the Prince George's County area. I mean, it's amazing. We're around the same age. She left there for a new life because all friends are like dying around her. She's like, I've had enough. I can't do this. I gotta get out of this place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. I know it's a little tough in some areas around parts of Maryland, so I get it. But
yeah,
that's cool that, got to reunite with your family and got to come to the US and
amen.
Yeah.
Such a blessing, really.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk about the charity. So you have a charity that you just joined. Choose Love has an ambassador. So just talk about that, how you want to support refugees worldwide. So what this charity do for, refugees?
As a refugee, I know forehand what happens when you come to a new place. You discombobulated, through like life, and you left your family. You don't have a work yet. You're still learning the language, and I was so honored when they picked me and when they asked me. And just so everyone knows, the One Suitcase album has 21 tracks and is basically my journey of everything I've done, and I'm donating all my proceeds to Choose Love, 100% of it. So when you guys support this album, you're really supporting those refugees in need and people that are really trying to start a new life. Some people are blessed, are already born here, and that's why I always say, America has a lot of different things, but I am so grateful to be in this country, man. Like, you have no idea. And those refugees, they need so much help, and anything that you guys can do, that would be great, because like I said, it's a new life, it's a new place. They left their families and pursuit of a new life, and it's really hard. The beginning is really hard. So when you have that support, you feel like there's people that actually care, and you feel like you're not alone, and there's a community that's supporting you, and you can always count on, and just feeling you're not alone, that's everything. Having that support system, and everything helps. A little bit of, doesn't matter, it can be $2, it doesn't matter, it still helps. $2 per month might not be a lot, but for somebody that could be a lot.
Yeah. I commend you for using your platform, to help others. I feel like when people are in a position where they can help others, especially if your status, they should try to help, whether it's a charity or whether it's to help Baltimore, the inner city. Yes,
absolutely.
I commend you.
I always say it's not a self-serving fame, but it's not selfish fame, but it's self-serving, where you're giving, you're giving that away. We come here to give our gifts away, and it is our duty as to use our platform to do things like that. And it's not always about fashion. Look how good I look, and our world has become so materialistic, and it's just like every post is like, I'm eating good food, I'm traveling to this place, look, I have this Chanel outfit or Chanel purse. I just really hope for the new world, that we can have a platform where we can support each other, and it's not about showing off to each other, because you know what, look, God can take it away like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have to stay humble, and I don't care where you are in your age and who you are, how much money you have in your account. You could be a billionaire, and you can walk down the street and still be loving and kind to people. You don't have to have a chip on your shoulder or like snobby because I'm wealthier than you and my status makes me better than you. I think we are a God of children. That's what I believe in. And we are all created equal. And we come to this world and to share our gifts, to learn from each other, to grow, and to do good things. And hopefully at the end, we walking each other home, all of us. And we belong to our Father. And so if we cannot just understand that everything in this world is temporary, and what's real is love, compassion, forgiveness, kindness, authenticity, and those are the vibration things you wanna vibrate on a higher level. And the more you say, I don't have this, I don't have that, God, universe is gonna keep giving you that. But it's a frequency thing. You just have to say, hey, I'm grateful for what I have. I'm working towards that goal. And being grateful is the key to your life.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good message. Yeah. I wish everybody thought like that. But
I do
that's
too. I do too. Sometimes I feel like other people are like me, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna change ever. Like I've had my heart broken plenty of times. I've been let down by friends, but I always stay kind and loving because I want to protect my energy, but I keep my heart open.
yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit to 2020. So you're working with Damon Sharp. For those who don't know, Damon Sharp is a Grammy award-winning producer. He's worked with Boyz II Men, Kelly Rowland, Nelly, Monica, Charlie Wilson, J Lo, Genuine, Ariana Grande, Pitbull, to go on, many others. So you're working with him, and then you release your first single, "Spell on Me." So what was that experience like, having somebody so big in the game to work with you in your first single put out? How was that working with?
I was very lucky that I found, I always wanted to do singing. I think I was shy and I never had these opportunities like all these other artists did. They were raised here. They had, the singing lessons, dance and all that. In Iran, you can't even do any of that. And of course, I was refugee and traveling through life. And I finally was like, I want to really do this. And I remember my son was 3 months old and I was home with him all the time. And I kind of looked up and I said, God, if you still want to give me that gift, I'm ready for it in your time. So then next thing you know, the next day I went on the computer, I started typing in and Damon Sharp's name. I just was looking for a producer and I still didn't know he was that amazing. My husband is the one that told me, he's like, oh my God, do you know who he's worked with? I was like, I had no idea. I was just happy to find somebody. So
Right.
I remember he sent me a song. It was called Down to the Wire. I really liked it. And it's on Infinite Love. And then he sent me the second song was called Ain't Thinking About You. So after that, I started thinking about all these poems. I used to like write love poems or poems. And I was like, maybe I should make them into a song. So I messaged Damon. I said, Damon, I have an idea for a song. I want to bring the old world and the new world together. It's sort of like pop with belly dancing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. He's like, I love the idea. And I sent him my lyric ideas. He's like, Shab, these are really good. I can really do something with this. Because I never written music before. I never wrote a song before. This is all like the universe, like channeling through me and putting these words on paper. And then next thing you know, he sends me the song. And I was like, oh my God, it was like exactly what I had pictured the song to be. And he used a lot of my lyrics in there. I was so excited. And I just wrote my first big song with him. And Spell on Me was like, we had like 2.1 million. I mean, I was just a new artist. And it was during the COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, all the odds went against me. And it was like, no, actually, God wants me to work on my craft. I always look at setbacks. What am I learning? How can I grow even more in this situation? Instead of saying, oh, look at me, like everyone else has it better. I'm like, no, no, no. My journey is my journey. And I'm not competition with anybody else except myself. And I'm happy for other people that are winning. I root for them. I'm happy for them because Jenny, when you are, the universe gives you that energy back because everyone's timing is different. What God has for me is different. So I'm just grateful to be in this journey and to do what I love. And period. So anything else comes out of it, I'm grateful for that. And so we just keep working at it. But it was a really exciting time. And after that, we just
We are experiencing technical difficulties right now. We are live, people. So we're gonna see if she comes back on. Or right, so we're gonna see if Shab comes back on. I don't know if she can hear me. Her video is frozen right now. It might be her service. So we're gonna see if she comes back on, and we lost her. So we're gonna wait to see if Shab gets back on. This is a live podcast, people. So stuff happens when you're live. That's life. So we're gonna wait for Shab to hop back on, and hopefully won't be too long. Let's see. Way her video stopped. Her phone might have died. No. I'm gonna ask her about that bright sun in the background too. See if she can hide it some way. If he gets back on. Okay. I have faith in Shab. She'll get back on. There she is. I think she's back with us. There she is. Yep, you're back. I was like, did her phone die? Did the connection get lost? And she's gone again. There she is. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you. I can see you. I can't hear you. It might be connected to your Bluetooth, maybe. And she's gone again. I love it. That's life. Got to go through the hardships sometimes. Ah, there we go.
I apologize. Is
Tell me,
that gonna mess you up, or are you okay?
we good. I was talking to the studio while you were gone, so
Okay. I apologize. My phone
you
overheated. Technical difficulties.
no,
Okay.
you
So basically,
yep.
then after the spell on me, I was just like, I was on fire, and it was not even me. It was almost like universe channeling, words and things to me, because I know how powerful words are and how powerful music is. And I think when you're singing something and repeating, you want it to be in that, good frequency, good vibration, where the words are like, they're actually like, they're uplifting you rather than, that's why I never really did a sad song. But in my new album, One Suitcase, there is a song called One Suitcase. And I wrote it with Dallas Austin and my girlfriend Nas Tokyo. And Dallas, the most beautiful human beings I've ever met. He's just he invited us to his house. We recorded it there, and such a beautiful human. And I'm so grateful for these all the people that I have met through the journey of my music, and which I would have never met any of them, but because of our arts, we all have something in common. And
That,
but I have a feeling that song would win a Grammy, because it's such a beautiful ballad. And if anybody listens to it, you cannot have a tear in your eye. Like even if you're not the softest person, if you listen to it, you're like, wow, it's very heartfelt.
yeah,
So it's a very powerful song. And I've already seen it. I was like, I felt myself. I was on stage accepting the Grammy, and I was like, you know, it's God's will, and if it happens, it would be amazing. And not, it's okay. But I just felt like it definitely deserves that, because it's a really amazing song.
nice. So you're talking about the people that got in your life, people that you work with. So let's talk about Fat Joe. So you have a song called Voodoo, which is actually kind of like a remake or a sample of Terror Squad song Lean Back, which of
Yes.
course Joe was a part of.
Said my don't dance, we just pull up our pants and I got the Prada, Balenciaga, House of Gucci, Lady Gaga.
Why does this voodoo I'm under?
So how did that idea come about? Not only to pick that song, but then to get, one of the artists who featured on that song, your song. So that's
He's
kind of
amazing.
that.
So one of the things that I always like going out with my brothers, we would sometimes go out in Baltimore, and I wouldn't like try to go out in Baltimore alone, because they were like, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
So I remember one night it was snowing, and we went to the club, and then we were all just dancing, and then the song came up, and it was just all of us. I mean, it was my brothers and my friends that ended up showing up there. And we were just like, it was a party.
Nice.
That song came up, and we were just like, it was a party. And I never forgot. It was like one of the things for my memories. And I was just like, I always loved that song. Why don't we try to see if something like he would be interested in doing the song with me? So we sent him the sample of the spell on me, and he loved it. And he actually said that I sound like he said I have like Madonna vibes or something. I was like, oh wow. I was like, thank you. I'll take that. When she first started, like in the early years, and I was like, I'll take that. She's amazing. So but he loved the song, and he said it was so hypnotic, and I liked her voice. And I was like, there's actually an interview on YouTube behind the scenes of spell of Voodoo. And you can tell like he's saying all this stuff, so I'm not making it up. I actually have evidence.
Well, that's good. That's
But he's so much fun to work with. He's such a beautiful human. He's such a great family guy. He loves God. He was making us laugh I want to just work with him to hang out and just to make us laugh. He had the best stories. I mean, the stuff he was telling us, we were laughing so hard. And there was not a dull moment until that last minute, and he was leaving, and he was just so delightful.
Yeah.
And not like, I'm famous, I'm this. I was like the rap. No, he was so down to earth, God
Yeah,
bless him. He's really enjoyed working with him.
yeah, that's good. I feel like when people have that connection, it makes the music better
Oh
because you
yeah,
like
100.
you're making music with somebody you're cool with or somebody you vibe with. So I think that's a big thing to have that connection. When you make music.
100%. 100%. I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay. So Shab, this is the part of the segment we call Fast Five. So I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, and you just give me a quick answer. We go to the next
Okay,
question.
I got
Ask
you.
you a question, go to the next. All right. What is the favorite place you perform? It could be country, another country in the
Uh,
U.S. Anywhere.
to London.
Yep. I can see that. Okay. Who is your favorite artist? It could be current or past.
Wow, that's really hard.
There's a lot
I
of people.
really love. I'm really digging Rufus Del Sol's new album. It's electronic, but it just puts you in a trance, and his voice so beautiful. Like you can never get tired of that. And I love their new album. So Rufus.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Which is your favorite song that you have? So your personal song that you made. What's your favorite song you made?
My first album released or not released right now? I
Uh,
think I would say right now would be I like Afterglow, but I also like Swerve because they're both so different vibes.
yeah.
Swerve is just like fast and exciting and puts you in a mood. So it has that like vibe, and then Afterglow kind of like slows you down. It's like I'm so blessed, and yeah, I don't know. I think those two because I can't really pick between them.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay. What's your favorite hobby outside of music? Nothing music related.
Um, One word, hobby. Um, I think I would say working out, mental health.
Yeah, that's good.
Just yeah.
Okay. And then I know you're kind of a unique artist. So what's your favorite instrument? I know that you do ballads, you do kind of different.
I'm dabbling with the piano. I was learning guitar and I was just starting to understand it and learn it, but it was hurting my fingers. And I already have a guitarist. He's amazing. I don't want to take his job. I was like, okay, why don't you just do this and I'll do the couple ballad songs on the piano. But um yeah, I think piano is it's just so beautiful and there's so much emotion in there and guitar too. I mean, they're both. But for me personally, like I would probably have I would probably work on my piano game more. So
Yeah. Nice, nice. Okay. So you mentioned Swerve, one of your favorite songs. So how did the Swerve dance challenge come about? Like, how does an artist say, hey, maybe I should make like a dance to this song? So did somebody reach out to you? What social media trend? People
it was
started.
my idea.
Three. Show me that swerve. What in that word? Can you keep up? Swerve with me, swerve with me. Swerve, creeping them curves. Can you keep up? Swerve with me, swerve with me. SWERVE.
I've been wanting to do a dance challenge for 3 years now to one of my songs. And Richie Jackson, of course, love him. He's my little brother for life. Actually, I think we might be same age. I don't know, but and he is Lady Gaga's choreographer, Jojo C. Walls. I mean, he's done so many more names, and he's my creative director and also my choreographer. He's been with me advising for the past 3 years, and I'm just so blessed to have him on the team. And him and I told him, he's like, listen, I got something for you. So we came up with this dance challenge, and we want to do it like a giveaway. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I've been thinking about doing like a fun little giveaway, like meet me on the set, paid trip. I don't know. We're still trying to figure out what that looks like.
Nice, nice. So you mentioned one of your favorite places was O2 in London. So how is it when you go on tour? You go to all these different continents, countries, and then just experiencing a different world, in these different places that you've never been before. So how is it doing world tours?
So I haven't. I did one. My very first tour I did. I was with Anastasia, and unfortunately, she canceled a lot of shows, and so I didn't really get to do a lot. And I really just did the UK part of the leg, which was towards the end. So we missed a lot of. We went to all the cities because we were already there, and then she called in. She had voice problems, so we were already there. So we got to go to all of these beautiful countries and visit. But my last tour I did 18 shows in UK again and Ireland. So beautiful. And so and Scotland and Ireland. I think what I love about touring is the energy of my fans But it's a tough life, and it can be very lonely. So you have to have, because you're in the bus for 6 hours and you're going straight to another city, and the only stop you have is like to have McDonald's and all these fast food. So you have to make a right choice to eat. Then you get there, it's like 5, and then you have to start getting ready super fast, and then you're the first one on stage because I was opening for these guys. They're amazing to work with. But it was one of the most rewarding experiences I ever did, even though it was very, very hard. You go into different hotels, you have to go wash your clothes. It humbles you. And I was like, I wasn't really, really, really humbled already. And I'm like, okay, this is really humbling me even more. Okay, God, I got you. If this is what you really want, you got to do these things before you get to it. And changing in a bathroom, like, I've done it all. And like Lady Gaga, sometimes I see her interviews talking about that. I'm like, oh my God, now I know exactly what she's talking about. And I have so much respect for all these artists that were there before me and done all these tours. And it's a lot of work. But when you love something, it's not work. But it takes a lot of mental power. You have to be very strong, and you have to know, I'm doing this for the fans. I'm doing this because I love this, so it's not like becomes work. So you have to keep it fun and light.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. I feel like if you love something, you would do it for free. That's all I would
Oh my
say.
gosh,
You know,
110, 110. We're so lucky to do, like, I work all the time. I don't really have a day off. Maybe like Mondays, maybe like my chill day. Sundays, we always have like so many people for Sunday dinners, and, the kids have soccer during the weekend. So we're always in and out, like, or I'm taking interviews, I'm writing, I'm filling out interviews. I might be practicing my song. So I really don't have a day off. My work is imprinted in my DNA.
yeah,
So
definitely. So, you've been featured on the cover of a couple magazines. So, how is that? Somebody reaching out to you like, we want to feature you on the cover of our magazine. I think that's the cool thing for somebody to pick up a magazine. You're on the cover of it.
it's a really good feeling. I remember I did Mary Claire. That was like the highlight, because I used to pick up Mary Claire magazine like back in the day. And, I still love that magazine. And then also the other one was, gosh, I forget. Um, there was like 2 big ones I did. It's just an honor. It's a really good feeling. And I love sharing my story of triumph, failures, and, what do you do when there's hardships, and hopefully I can be, a ray of light in someone else's life, or they can maybe listen to my story and say, you know what, she did it and I can do it too. And I believe in you. You
Yeah,
can do anything you put your mind into. Just take one day at a time. Keep yourself, very focused, and stay positive, and have gratitude in your heart. And you might not know how to get there, but there's somebody is going to make your dream come true. We don't know how God. I always say this. I always say God answers our prayers through others, because God uses us as a channel. And so, you might want that car. Maybe someone gives it to. I don't know how these things work out. They do. I'm telling you. And you just have to believe that you are worthy first up to receiving it, and you have to picture yourself in it. And that's what I did. I pictured myself in big stages performing, and I didn't know how it's going to happen, but you know what? It happened, and all I had to do is prepare. Chance favors a prepared mind. And so when you know your craft, you're prepared. There's nothing. You're just going up there and you're having fun,
yeah,
and that's the most beautiful thing. It's muscle memory, and you work at something, it's gonna pay off for you.
yeah, definitely. And I commend you for sharing your hardships. And I feel like people don't share the hardships, especially in the age of social media. They just post the good stuff. They just post like, hey, got the single. Hey, I'm on the magazine cover, but they never post the hardships. Like, hey, this is where I came from. It wasn't always easy. I wasn't always famous or successful. So
Yeah.
I commend you, because a lot of people don't want people to
Thank
see.
you. I appreciate that. I want to be the change I wish to see. I don't want to just show my life. It's perfect. Look, on social media. Look, life is life. There's ups and downs, but it's how you handle it, and with ease, with grace. Take a couple deep breaths before you jump at something. I'm learning every day. I'm so grateful for all my lessons, all the heartache, all the setbacks. I'm so grateful for the doors that were closed, and I'm just like, you know what? They were not where God wanted me to be, because believe me, God loves all of his children the same, and he wants that right door for you. So when the door closes, don't say, God, what did you? No, he's like, no. Believe me, what I have for you, my child, is bigger than any of the things you could even imagine here.
Man, yeah, I believe that too. Absolutely. So you talked about how busy you are. So how do you? I know you talked about a little bit on social media. How do you spend time, family, and music? I know it's tough. You have two children. You got your partner. So how do you find time for them in such a busy life? I know it's tough.
I like to take him to school in the morning. I think that's like my little time with them and just talking in the car, picking them up, seeing their like little faces lit up.
Yeah.
Um, just doing school activities. On Monday, I'm gonna be doing something with my son. He's in second grade, and it's Meals on Wheels, and we're gonna make sandwiches for the homeless shelters. And I love him seeing that at a young age because there's times when we were younger and there was a war in Iran. We didn't have a lot of food. Like my mom would buy meat was so expensive. She would literally buy like a little bit of it and just sprinkle it around the rice. So you know, so we wouldn't know that we don't have money like that to buy more food. But we were just grateful. We just don't know what someone is going through. And I want my son to understand, he's so blessed to be in this environment, in this country. And I want him to know that there's people that are really need our help. So when God puts us in a position that we are good in life, so we want to take someone's hand and help out. And that's as human beings, we should be doing that, you know.
Exactly. So we were just talking about the failures and showing the process. So your partner is celebrating 30 years of sobriety this year. So
Correct.
that does that motivate you professionally or personally, like to see somebody go through that and overcome it? How is
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so proud of him, and he's such a beautiful human being. And what I love about Rob is that he has a heart of gold. Like he helps so many people, and I'm the same way. Like I'll take my shirt off my back. I'm like, oh my God, do you need like? I just sense things. I feel energy. I can tell if someone's energy is good or bad. Not to judge them, but I feel. It's not that I even want to, but I'm like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? But I accepted my gifts, and I'm like, I'm going to use it for good. But I'm so proud of the fact that he's been sober for so many years. And, I'm not a big drinker. I might have a glass of wine or champagne every now and then. But I like the fact that he doesn't, because it's not the lifestyle. And I don't want the kids to kind of grow up seeing that a lot. And Rob is always working. He's always in his office from 4:30 until 7:30 at night. And the kids see how hard he works. So it's a good example for the kids as well. But it takes a lot of self-discipline to be able to give up things that are not making you a better person, are destroying your family. You have to be mindful because it's not just destroying them. They're upset for you because seeing you in pain and finding the right tools how we can help people. But you have to want to help yourself if you want to be helped. Nobody can force anybody. But I'm so proud of his progress, and the 30 years is incredible. It's a miracle. And he's like, I have no desire. And he's good without it. Like he doesn't, I wish one day I could just be like, I don't need, but for me, it's very casual. Like, and I feel bad for people that really have a problem. Like I'm just so blessed I don't, because I do enjoy it when I do it once in a while. And, but no, I mean, it's great if you can find that strength within you to change your life. It's God speaking through you, and he's shining his light on you and saying, you're not alone. The universe is inside every single one of us. Nothing we need is on the outside, except like, our family's love, obviously that's different, but our children, our husbands, wives, friends, good friends, not, but everything is within you. Everything is within you. Just gotta tap into it, and it's there for you.
Yeah. So today is a big day for SHAB. She is releasing a rendition of the holiday classic Santa Baby. So
Yeah.
what made you do that? Obviously some big names have covered that song. So what made you want to do a rendition of the Santa Baby? And I heard a snippet of it. Obviously it comes out today. But
I'm excited.
I liked it. So what
Thank
made
you.
Santa baby, slip a stable under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
I just really always loved that song and the way the original has been sung. And I just admire her so much. And I was just like, she sang it so cute. And I was like, I always wanted to do a Christmas song. But I kind of shied away. I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. But I would love to eventually do an album, just giving bunch of like singles every year, and then eventually do an album with the kids. I wanted to do the Silent Night with Charlie Brown with the kids. So their voices are still so cute. So it would, if they would be on some of my songs for the holiday album, that would be amazing. But yeah, they were like, which song do you want? And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I think this is the one I connect to. I always ask the universe, I'm like, okay, eeny, meeny, miny, moe. They're like, yeah, that one. I'm like, yep, Santa baby. And it's just such a cute, flirty, it's just like you're asking Santa. It's almost like you're putting a wish list into the universe. So you can ask Santa anything you want and he'll bring it for you.
Yeah, nice. Well, all right, Shab, I appreciate you joining us today in the studio.
Thank you so much.
Your career, I appreciate the encouragement. Somebody might hear this and you might help them through a situation, or maybe it's a refugee that's somewhere in the world and, they hear this and get encouraged by your words. So I appreciate, just being transparent on this podcast. That's what this podcast is for, just to have a...
Of course. You made it easy for me. So I appreciate your time. And the album is coming out next year, 2025, either February or March. But definitely would love to do another interview with you so we can see how everything is going and share all the new blessings with you. And much blessings and love to you as well, my friend.
That's nice. Please share your social media so people follow you.
Yes, SHAB Music Official on Instagram. So once you put SHAB, it'll pop up, and then official. It's all one word. And same with Facebook and TikTok.
Yep.
They're all the same across all platforms. I'm like, there's so many of them now. Oh my gosh. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate any help, support. We're just trying to put out some good vibes and good things out there to the people. So I appreciate all the love I've been getting, all my fans. I love you guys. And it was really nice talking with you. You're such a beautiful soul. I can already feel your energy, and wish you much love and success as well in the future.
Appreciate that, Shab. Same to you.
Yeah, thank you, my dear.
Coolin' with CJ, with CJ, with CJ.
Bringing the real. He's for real. My brother, he's cooking no chill. Views up, we talking about mills. Hold up content, captured like stills. Heavyweight champ, and he is still. From PG County to Mass, swagger on blast. Head of the class, style and class. Interviews money like chasing the bag. The content provider, we run it like laps. Sports music, the best that act. Entertainment from around the map. Do not be sleeping away from your nap. Bringing the best, ready to crash. Top tier records, we set them and smash. Delivered by Dan, we sprint and we dash.
Coolin' with CJ, with CJ, with CJ. Coolin' with CJ, with CJ, with CJ. Coolin' with CJ, with CJ, with CJ. We coolin' with CJ, with CJ, with CJ.
You just got moss. Coolin' with CJ. It's your boy Day Green.